Hey folks, Twisha Christian. Today I want to bring you guys a really quick video about what's going on in Canada and crypto and kind of squash some of the fears that some of you have, but also about some concerns that I have concerning what's going on there. But first folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just bringing and sharing information and giving you my thoughts and my opinion on that information. And if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description. All right, now one of the first things I want to bring up before I get into that, my neighbor friend, Terrence Ware, has recently passed away, and he had been battling COVID for a couple weeks, and sometime after getting out of the hospital, he passed away suddenly from a heart attack. And he left behind recently adopted daughter, Carly, and his wife, Natisha. So if you guys please could go and donate, that this was something that was sudden. You know, Terrence was the kind of guy that helped out everybody in the neighborhood if he could, you know, help people fix their cars, and really help out a lot of people. They recently adopted this little girl here that you see here in the picture, and her name is Carly, and his wife's name is Natisha. If you guys can donate, the GoFundMe link is down below in the description. Also, recently I've helped the family set up a Shiba Inu crypto account. If you guys want to donate in Shiba, the wallet address is there with the GoFundMe link. You know, if you guys send Shiba Inu, you guys would be helping set up Natisha and especially Carly, their future. So you can go check out the link there. So for you guys who do support, I know some of you already have. You guys have told me that you guys have. So I really appreciate those who have supported. And let's see if we can't try to get this closer to their goal. When you have somebody that's in your life and they know how to fix your car, they know how to fix this and fix that, you know, everything is now going to have to be on Natisha, his wife, you know, and in all the things that he was doing, you know, now she has to have either somebody try to help or pay for it to be done. And so there's going to be other expenses in the family's life. So I thank you guys for any support. The GoFundMe and the Shiba Inu wallet will be down below in the description. All right, folks. So one of the things I want to talk about really quickly is what's going on with Canada and what took place and why I think partly why the cryptocurrency markets are down. And this article here, Superior Court freezes millions in cash and crypto donations raised by Freedom Convoy organizers. You know, folks, and this is a tragedy because this is something that could have been averted, and you already know that the Canadian government did not want to even deal with these truckers at all. They don't want to hear anything that they have to say because you can see there's a shift politically where your freedoms are being restricted. You know, Canada was a lot like the United States, and now you're seeing that things are changing. And one of the things I want to bring up is that wherever you live, I would advise you not at all to support the Freedom Convoy in Canada. I wouldn't donate cryptocurrency and I wouldn't donate any cash because what's going on is that people's accounts are being frozen. So say for instance, if you live in Canada and you gave $20 on the Freedom Convoy GoFundMe, well, guess what? Your whole entire bank account just got frozen, right? If you sent cryptocurrency, and from what I understand, they're freezing accounts. All these platforms are required to block those cryptocurrency accounts. So here, this article, the Kraken CEO warns users to get your coins out of centralized exchanges. The Canadian government's unprecedented seizure of its citizens' bank accounts has spurred Jesse Powell to speak out. So what he was saying was, because I want to squash some of those fears, he wasn't referring to people who live here in the United States. He was talking about those who are in Canada. But it's relating to the trucker protest. That's why I say I don't get involved in these political things because the moment those lists were made public, okay, and you know that's happened here in the United States too as well, where it was hacked and then they let all the names and addresses and phone numbers and emails of all the people who donated to the specific organization. A lot of those people who did donate, they're getting death threats and all kind of crazy stuff. This is what I want to say is that if you are in Canada and you have donated, if your funds have not been frozen, either your crypto or your bank account, then I would probably get your money out of the bank and send your cryptocurrency to a hard wallet for the time being, if you have done that. Now, if you live in the United States and you have donated to this, either through crypto or your bank, then I might want to consider changing banks. And when it comes to your cryptocurrency, if you used, let's say for instance, you use Coinbase and you live in the United States or anywhere else outside of Canada, I would probably get your coins off that exchange and move them either to a hard wallet or move them to another exchange for the time being. And that's if you participated. And I've been telling people who have written me about this, and I said, you know what? Don't worry, as long as you have not donated to this at all whatsoever. It's very sad to say that something like a protest like this, where people have to watch their bank accounts and their crypto accounts being frozen, but yet this is the same government that allowed people to, break and burn buildings and whatever the case during the riots in Canada during that time, right? And I think this is not over. I think that they will continue to go after people who did donate. You're talking about millions and millions of dollars. So even if somebody who donated $5 could be getting a knock on their door. I don't know how far Canada's reach will happen if the Canadians were able to start freezing bank accounts of American people, people who live in America or any other country. You're going to see all hell break loose. Hopefully that will not come. Now, looking at this article, cryptocurrency expert says U.S. should watch what Canada government is doing to protesters. No one is safe. U.S. government could realistically attempt to punish protesters as the Canadian government is doing, the expert warned. Now, folks, in the history of United States, and especially all the protests you guys have seen in the last 3 or 4 years, if they started to do this, it's going to be hell in this country. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did it, because they know that it's going to push people to start going crazy in this country. We are already experiencing all these issues in our economy. I'm expecting a flash crash in the stock market, and then later on, I'm completely expecting the stock market to completely crash down to where it's at now, to all the way down to 6,677. So I've been seeing some videos and stuff about people saying get your money off of all these different exchanges here in the United States. I'm like, wait a minute, this has to do with Canada. And I'm saying this because there are people that are trying to take advantage of the wealth transfer. Now, if you're going to wait until a certain time, that's fine, and then you're going to put your money back onto exchanges. But if you are going to take part in some of the aspects of the wealth transfer, like with all the different pricing points, then you have to have your funds on the exchange. So this is something, though, we are going to watch, and I'll try to update you. But folks, just right now, focus on the wealth transfer. There's a lot of political stuff going on right now. I even have to refrain myself from speaking out on, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or whatever. You should focus just on the wealth transfer and let God work all that out, because I don't want any of you guys to have your bank accounts or your crypto accounts frozen, because at one point in time, this will be dealt with. You guys have heard all the different prophetic words about Canada already, and things are going to change. Okay, now this is the other thing that is pretty crazy. OCS flags Emergencies Act tweets by Kraken, Coinbase CEOs to RCMP. The Ontario Securities Commission has contacted law enforcement agencies after tweets from the chief executives of the two most prominent cryptocurrency trading platforms appeared to offer advice on how crypto users could evade emergency restrictions on funding for the protest roiling the country. First of all, that is bullcrap, right? He's just telling you to get your coins off the exchange. Okay, Christian Rose, the OCS manager of public affairs, said the regulator is aware of posts earlier from this week from Twitter accounts of Kraken CEO and Coinbase CEO, which criticized the invocation of the emergency acts and advocated for the importance of non-custodial crypto wallets, with Armstrong promoting his own company's such product. Non-custodial wallets are controlled directly by an individual rather than by a third party such as cryptocurrency trading platform, making it more difficult for law enforcement to freeze or seize the funds they hold. Now, they're only telling you what they tweeted is they're already telling you what's already out there anyway, right? And they weren't trying to say, hey, if you want to avoid law enforcement. No, that's not what they did. And they weren't giving you options to donate or to donate to these people. If you lived in Canada 6 months ago, a year ago, you could have put your coins on a non-custodial wallet anyway. It says the Ontario Securities Commission has flagged to law enforcement tweets from the CEOs of the Coinbase and Kraken that were critical of Canada's emergency orders and that advocated for the use of hard-to-seize non-custodial crypto wallets. Right? And this incident demonstrates how cryptocurrency big business aspirations are clashing with its anti-government roots amid the current state of emergency. Right? So this is pretty crazy, folks. So I want to see what happens with this, because if they try to find them or try to go after them or anything like that, that would be completely insane. But let me tell you something, folks. What they planned for this world, if they were able to get away with everything and if everybody abided by the rules that they were setting in place, we would be in a different time right now. Things would be a lot different. And that what this is about is control over your whole entire life, what you can and can't do, what you can and can't do with your body, what you can and can't do with your finances, right? This is not about cryptocurrency, right? This is about total control. Folks, I do expect that things in Canada may get a lot worse, and this is going to have an effect on the stock markets. So you guys just need to be aware. You guys already know that I am expecting, I believe that we are at the point that there's a lot of pressure on the stock market from what's going on with Russia and what's going on with individual companies, that fourth quarter earnings and all that stuff. You look what happened to Facebook, right? Completely tanked. Robinhood tanked. A lot of other stocks tank, right? So there's a lot of pressure right now. And I am still waiting on a power outage that happened in Canada too as well. And we're looking for that to happen. Maybe it's directly related to trying to stop the Bitcoin miners. You know, the elite are always going to fight everything. They know it's a losing battle, but they got to get control of it, right? It's about control. They know that the changes are coming. So again, folks, I will say once again, don't donate to these places and let God work out what's getting ready to take place. And hopefully that we will not see that here in the United States. Could you imagine if they were saying if you supported anything dealing with Trump or Republicans or certain organizations, and they start making those lists public and they start doing the same thing? That would be absolutely insane. But it's not too far-fetched. So I do expect this week to be a very interesting week within the stock market. So folks, that's all I have for today. So God bless. Thank you for listening. TC out.